Hello, Dr. Karen Can here. Welcome to another edition of the Spiritual Medicine Digest. Today, I want to talk to you about your inner child. Now, 2 weeks ago, we launched a beautiful new TOLPAKAN healing protocol called the Flip Protocol, where we flip negative energies such as negative emotions, beliefs, subconscious habits and patterns, dimensional energies, and other types of negative energies to its polar opposite. And Flip Protocol became a hot topic, and with lots of people trying it out who are in my TOPACAN Level 1 training program and getting lots of success. And this week, we're going to talk about how you can apply that to your inner child. What I noticed, thanks to one of my clients, is that when we ask TOPACAN healing questions about healing ourselves, so if I ask, how many seed emotions, negative seed emotions do I have that I can flip to its polar opposite, I may get a specific number and then flip it to the polar opposite. However, if I ask how many negative seed emotions I have for my inner child, or how many negative seed emotions my inner child has, even though I just flipped all the ones for the adult me, the inner child has its own. So what we discovered was that sometimes the inner child wants kind of its own attention, if you will, and be able to ask specifically about the inner child experience. So what I want to do for you today in the TOPACAN Healing Activation is to do a little mini healing on your inner child. Now, if you didn't watch my video 2 weeks ago about the Flip protocol, and we'll put that link, below this video, what we did was have you, if you do divine muscle testing, ask questions as to how many negative emotions, negative mental energies like as beliefs and negative, thought forms, things like that, negative dimensional energies, negative other energies, subconscious patterns and habits, how many of those you have in this timeline. And then you can flip those to its polar opposite. How many things can you flip, basically? Transmute it to its polar opposite. And then you can do it for your alternate selves. You can do it for your soul destiny or soul contract partners. You can do it for your alternate lives, soul destiny partners. And then you can do it for other people that you are called to do it for, especially if it's your partial responsibility because of your responsibility or healing type. So I've been doing some flipping, if you will, of negative emotions for entities that may be interfering with, humanity. I've been doing this flip protocol for all of humanity and light being star seeds. Why light being star seeds? Because I happen to be part light being star seed in this timeline, and so I have a connection with them, and we're able to flip a lot of light being starseed issues simultaneously. A little bit more difficult in the non-light being humans to do that for many people at the same time, but for light beings it seems to be fairly easy. So this week we're going to work on your inner child. So what I'd love for you to do, and you can pause this video if you need to think about it for a few minutes, is what pattern do you see happening over and over again in your life that disturbs you, that you can't even help that it comes over and over again? That could be a pattern of betraying yourself, like, for example, saying yes when you say no. Maybe it's a pattern of constantly feeling guilty, or a pattern where you constantly get betrayed or you feel abandoned, yet another person leaves me. It could be, lack of trust or feeling unsupported, yet another person's unsupporting me, not supporting me. So think about a pattern that you seem to be cyclically going through. And this could be linked to something that needs to heal or resolve for your inner child. So today what we're going to do in this mini healing on this video is see if we can flip those negative energies for your inner child related to those patterns. So if you have that pattern figured out, okay, and you could have multiple patterns, so you could ask for flipping for all of those patterns. So just bring that into your awareness now. So when we do the activation, it's like the universe will know, what it is that it's healing. So sometimes you have to ask for the inner child separately from you. New awareness, right? We're learning all the time in the healing world. So that was a new awareness for me. So that was very, very interesting. So if you do divine muscle testing in in my TOLPAKAN Level 1 training program, the FLIP protocol is in the Light Warrior Revolution part of the Academy of Light Medicine. So that is October 2021's lesson is the FLIP protocol. So you can look for that for more detailed ways of how to do the muscle testing, what you're testing, etc. And all you're doing is applying that to the inner child now. So we're going to go ahead and do a brief activation. So if you know what it is you're working on, go ahead and write it down for the inner child, whatever pattern or patterns that you want to work on. And like I said, if you don't know yet, just pause the video for a couple of minutes, write it down, and then turn it back on. The other thing I want you to do is just feel your body, feel the energy running in your body, feel any movement or shift. Some people say they don't feel energy in their body, yet when they rub their hands or clap their hands and close their eyes, they actually feel tingling and pulsing. That is energy running in your body. It's not complicated. So go ahead and close your eyes if you're ready to receive. I'm going to start doing the TOLPAKAN Healing Directives for your inner child. I now command that any seed and non-seed emotions for your inner child causing or contributing to maladaptive or unhappy patterns in your life be flipped to its polar opposite. I now command that negative energies such as negative dimensional energies, negative mental energies, and any other negative energies that would be for your highest and greatest good to flip to its polar opposite. Do that for your inner child as well. In the highest and best way, all directions of time with ease, speed, and grace. Thank you. All right, so you can open your eyes if you had your eyes closed. Would love some feedback on how that feels in your body, so you can go ahead and type that into the comments. And this protocol may take a few days to process. It is working on many levels, so it could take a couple days to process. And if you do notice a shift, a positive shift in your life, would love for you to come back to this video and comment, hey, 3 days later, this is what I experienced. So be aware of what happens in your life, because sometimes it's not even an internal shift where you can feel something happening in your body. Sometimes it's like someone else is treating you differently, or that you're lucky now and you weren't lucky before, or things were easier, or it didn't. You used to be worried and now you're not worried. That it could be very subtle, but if you're noticing these things and noticing the benefits, the nice thing about what you appreciate actually appreciates. You get more up. That's kind of a law in the universe. So I really hope you enjoyed this inner child flip protocol for radical transformation. So I'd like to read to you one of the wonderful testimonials posted by one of my clients, Rosie Sarandeva, about the original flip protocol. She writes, I love the flip protocol so much. I did it every night this whole week for me and my daughters as we were at their U.S. Figure Skating National Qualifying Series event. It absolutely transformed their perceptions and beliefs, their self-esteem and confidence got stronger, and they performed at their best in this competition. They both won 4th places in their groups. It was an amazing experience. Thank you, Dr. Karen. Well, thank you, Rosie, for sharing that. That is so inspirational. Now, I know these two children personally. I skate on the same sheet of ice as they do, and they are fantastic kids. But just like any kids, kids naturally have anxieties, especially in a tough competition. And in their level of skating, it is jammed-packed with very, very good skaters. So this is a very, very competitive level, and them winning 4th is like miraculous. It's amazing. And I'm so happy that they had such success. And again, thank you, Rosie, for this wonderful testimonial. And like I said before, I will link the original flip protocol underneath or near this video, so you can check out that video as well and do that activation. So for the Light Warrior Radio Show, a couple of announcements. Light Warrior Radio Show on Monday, we're airing a pre-recorded podcast with my guest, Wendy Myers, Dr. Wendy Myers, and she is well known for Myers Detox. very, very well known, has her own podcast. I was on her podcast, and so happy to do this recording with her because she's talking about sensitive souls and empathetic weight gain. So if you have, let's just say, gained some weight through the ascension process or over the last few years, not because of anything you ate, we're going to talk about detoxification physically, but also metaphysically as well, and her experience with gaining weight, being a sensitive soul, and energetically detoxing. So I think you're going to really love this podcast recording. So I'm going to put the link next to this video so you can check that out. It's going to air Monday at 12 noon on November 8th, 2021. If you can't make it live, that's okay too. Click the link later and you'll see it archived there. So cool stuff. I want to share with you that the Ascension 3 jewelry store is open now for a few more days. It is going to close shortly, and then we aren't going to open again until 2022. So now's the time to get an Ascension 3 jewelry piece to help you and support you in your healing process. We have a whole 21-day challenge that you can learn every single day how to use this jewelry. It's like a 5-10 minute video sharing with you, how to direct it to heal negative energies, support your boundaries, release curses, all sorts of, positive things. So you don't have to be an energy healer or even trained in TOLPAKAN healing in order to do great energy work for yourself and your family. And brand new this month is the launch of the 3R formula. It's a formula with drops. You put 12 drops in any fluid and drink throughout the day. What does it do? Well, I'm calling it the 3R formula: release, renew, and recalibrate. And who is it for? Well, it's for people who want to stay healthy during especially during the winter cold and flu season. It's also for people that may have felt like they had some sort of damage or residual negative effect from having a COVID infection or having a jabby side effect. Then this may help your body's energetic detox system, as well as the energies in your body to support your own healing. And I do have a wonderful testimonial actually from Mary. She says, "I'm so happy to report that I definitely have improved since taking the drops every day. When I'm tired, I'm not lethargic tired. I don't have that burnout feeling that I had prior to taking the drops. My mental fog has lifted. My eyes are not burning anymore in the morning or evening when I'm tired. I feel more clear in my head and I can finish my workouts without the down and out sensations in my body. Great product." So she was in our trial group. Thank you so much, Mary, for sharing that. The 3R formula has beneficial energies. Now, this is slightly different from the Ascension 3. So Ascension 3 has 5 frequency sets in it. This Ascension product, the 3R formula, is pre-infused with specific energies to help support your body in this day and age. Let's put it that way. So we have the positive energies. Let me see if I can read this out here. Yeah, so we have the positive energies of my flagship products, Ascension 1 and 2. We have the positive frequencies of quercetin, quinine, PQQ, oxygen, shungite, clove, which has shikimic acid frequencies, healing love frequencies, genome energy patterns, and bioplasma energy patterns. I know that's very technical, but let's just say it's for a happy immune system. So if you know anyone that is suffering from any of these symptoms or is concerned about spiky things getting, in their bodies or whatever, then this might be a good formula to use to support your energy system. I only bought 100 bottles of this. We weren't really sure what the response was going to be, so we're going to set it up so that if we do sell out, you still will be able to order it, but just so you know, some of that may not occur until January when we reopen the store. The other thing is that we can only mail supplements within the United States for now. It's kind of a pain in the to mail it elsewhere. One time I tried to mail supplements to my mother and got stopped at the border and it was just a mess. So note to self, don't do that again. But the good news is, in case you are in another country, not in the United States, we are going to be infusing silicone bracelets with the same formula. And I asked Galena, the researcher at Energy Tools International, if she could make it as strong as possible. because the drops are going, generally speaking, are going to be stronger than something that you wear outside your body. We're going to make them purple, and so you can tell the difference between the Ascension 3 and the 3R formula. And she has them right now. So literally, as I'm speaking, she has those right now, and she did some research on how long to infuse, and she chose an hour long for each bracelet. So that's what we're going with, and that will be available in 2022, early 2022. So don't worry if you're not in the United States and you really want this formula. We will have that for you in a silicone band, which we can send you through the mail without going through a lot of, jumping through a lot of hoops. A couple of other announcements. If you have not yet taken my sensitive soul typing quiz, I'll leave the link here as well underneath the video. What's really fun is that you get a chance to see what soul type you most resonate with right now. And some people with multiple souls may be kind of torn between, how do I answer this question? I think these two are true. That's okay. Just pick one. And so it's a really fun quiz. It's not like a diagnosis per se or anything like that. And you may get a different answer if you see one of my level 2 practitioners or myself for a formal soul typing. But what I have found is that people that take this quiz giving me the feedback that it's very accurate for them. So I'm super pleased about that, because I pretty much, Source and I had a conversation on how to write this quiz. It took a number of weeks to figure out the verbiage and all that kind of stuff. And at the end, when you see, which soul type you are most likely, there is a button there for the Sensitive Soul Empowerment Guide. It's a free guide that you can get. And if you click that button and get that guide, you'll get on my mailing list. And that means that you will get an alert every week with this video, the Spiritual Medicine Digest, with the weekly Light Warrior Radio podcast, and any other freebies, telesummits, mini healings, like all that kind of stuff we send to that list. So if you join that list, then you'll get a weekly email from me called the Light Medicine Weekly with all that information. Last but not least, we do have an upcoming event very, very soon. It is the Empowered Empath Summit, and I'm super excited to be part of this because this is part of the Shift Network, and it's been such a great honor to work with these professionals. I mean, truly, truly amazing professionals. And so Dr. Natasha and I had a fantastic conversation, and we are training the telepathy, the transformational telepathy process in this in this telesummit. So I really hope that you join this telesummit. I'll put the link near this video, and you can join the telesummit and listen to all the other amazing speakers that are in this telesummit. And it's the first time this year that I've been part of the Shift, and I'm just super thrilled. And like I said, such an honor to be part of it. Now, I will be traveling during the days, some of the days that the Shift is going to be airing the whole telesummit. And what I'd love for you to do, though, is when I'm airing mine live, and you'll get the whole schedule and everything like that when you go ahead and register for that. I'd love for you to get on the chat. I'd love for you to get on the chat, because I may not be able to be there live on the chat that day. I'd love for you to get on the chat and share your positive experiences with, working with me, working with our Light Warrior tribe, just, where you were before, where you are now, feeling more empowered, because we want to inspire as many people as possible. And what's going to happen is they're going to, under my bio, they're going to share a link to my book. So I'd love, 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 love to impact as many lives as possible. And that's part of my excitement of being part of the Shift Network. So if you can be there live, and put it in the chat, and, basically hint, hint, people get the book, that will help me a ton, since I can't be there live on that particular day for that airing. Thank you in advance. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you had some sort of feeling of a shift already from the flip protocol for your inner child, please post that in the comments. Let me know how that felt after doing that directive. And I look forward to speaking with you soon on the next Spiritual Medicine Digest. Until next time, lots of love.